The really special thing about Sanctuary Project is that everyone that works here is a survivor. From myself as the CEO, to our operations director, to our production manager and our program manager, every single woman is a survivor. So I started Sanctuary Project in February of 2018 after 20 years coming out of a life of trafficking, violence, and addiction. So I'm a survivor and came out of that life about 20 years ago and had over the years mentored other girls and had seen that there was this gap in care in terms of employment and reintegration. And so after volunteering in the jail here in Travis County in Austin and seeing that there were so many other girls who had been trafficked and that there really was no program for them to reintegrate, I built Sanctuary Project to be that safe place for women to rebuild their lives and their resumes. The coolest thing about our model is that our customers are not just getting a pretty piece of jewelry, they're actually providing that employment to survivors. Every time you place an order for a necklace, there's a girl behind that necklace who is making that necklace, packaging that necklace, shipping that necklace, coordinating the operations of getting that necklace to you, marketing that necklace. Every single aspect of the business is survivor run. So when I was coming out of trafficking, violence, and addiction 20 years ago, I landed in this shoe shine stand that provided employment for women and men in recovery. And it was such a special place because I not only was learning a new skill and having my first legal job, I think at that point, but I was surrounded by other people who understood. So many of those things are not things people have been exposed to before. If they've been in a life of trafficking or violence or addiction, they may have never had a boss before other than their trafficker or their exploiter. And so learning those basic skills, how to fill out a timesheet, how to call out sick if you're going to be sick, how to have respect for everyone's time in your work environment, all those things are things you have to learn. They're not naturally gifted to you if you're coming from a life of crime and exploitation. I think during the pandemic, we all started to think about where are our dollars going? Who am I supporting? Who am I making sure has a job today? And so as we started to get more transparent about how many women we were employing that were now at risk of having to go back to their exploiters if the pandemic were to shut us down as a small business, our consumers and our customers really rose up. We actually saw our revenue triple during the pandemic. And so for us, it was this unprecedented year of growth because the culture and consumers got to decide who they wanted to see survive. And so that says something about our society. That says we're ready to actually start thinking through where our dollar goes, how that's going to shift our culture, how that's going to provide for our neighbor. And I think it's a really hopeful sign that we have a new generation of consumers that cares about what matters. I think the important thing for people to understand is that trafficking is not an over there problem. This is a here problem, and it's a now problem. It's happening in every single city in America. Wherever there is a demand for sex, you're going to see exploitation. And this is heartbreaking. And so I want people to know that, that here in America, this is happening. And it may not look like the movie Taken. It may not look like, the sensationalist things you've seen, but it is real, it is happening, and there are wonderful organizations all over America doing a beautiful job of fighting it and restoring lives and hearts.